Good morning. Good morning. It's NICOA Dunn Cornelius coming to you live from the banks of Whiskey Creek. I just want to touch base with you quickly right before 9 a.m. so we can let people join. We've got a few people who are already online. Hello, hello. Please comment as you experience these calls with us. These calls. I spend all my time on the phone. As you experience these Coffee with NICOA talks on Sundays, I'd love to hear what you think. I want to hear your experience. You know, it's only as good as the people who are engaged with the content and the topic. And I'll keep coming back if you keep coming back. So we'll wait a few more minutes. I've got a few more people. Look, we've doubled our numbers here in the last 30 seconds. I hope you have your coffee. Here's our beautiful solo stove fire. I'm ready to talk about regret. I do not regret sitting out here in this nice cold weather on the second day of spring. Happy spring, you guys. Here's the topic, though. How do you get rid of regret? Well, first, I want to reiterate that regret is a really powerful tool, and it's really important. So regret reminds us of a set of standards that we live by. Regret says, oh, I hope I showed up in a certain way. I wish that had been different. It's telling us what matters most to us. It's aligned with our values, our standards. But here's the challenge with regret. When we're in regret for too long, when we ruminate over our behaviors and our actions, we can really decrease our levels of satisfaction and happiness. We really end up miserable. And a lot of us spend a lot of time in regret. And what I've even found personally, I'll give you a personal example, even from last night. Had a lovely time out with friends. We went to dinner. We had some wine. We decided to have some dessert. I decided to have dessert. I like this glass of red wine. I'm going to have this dessert. Even in the midst of the joy, as my friend at dinner said, don't forget to find the joy. Even in the midst of the joy of every bite of that tiramisu, I had a voice of regret. Why? I love tiramisu. I love red wine, and I enjoyed myself. Having said that, should I have been drinking this one? Is that extra calories I don't want? There's two things I'm going to teach you today about how to shift out of that regret and move back into a space of joy. Two things. The first is, as you observe yourself, I want you to ask the following question. As you're taking that bite of tiramisu, what if nothing was wrong? What if there was nothing to compare to or align to? What if I simply was here in this moment enjoying my glass of wine and my tiramisu, which I did spend 90% of my evening in doing? What if nothing was wrong? Write this question down. What if nothing was wrong? I remember once where we had a massive issue in the basement where we had some water that came into the basement and I was having to deal with it. And I made up a story that was like, oh my God, one more issue, one more thing. And yes, it was a challenge. And yes, something was wrong that I had to deal with. And I made it mean that I was alone and I was frustrated and overwhelmed and I was pissed off and mad. And I was sitting in that space. But I remember this tool, this ability. I asked myself, okay, right now I feel that anger. I feel that frustration. I feel that overwhelm. What if nothing was wrong? How would I feel physically? And what would I do? Well, the same thing applies to regret. So in that moment, I remember I was folding clothes angrily because of the circumstance I had found myself in. I felt victim to the circumstance and I was angry at the circumstance, right? As I folded those towels and I asked myself, what if nothing was wrong? I felt my body relax. What if nothing was wrong? What's wrong in your world right now? What are you regretting? What if it wasn't something to regret? What if nothing was wrong? So I'm going to give you 4 steps. Because at the end of the day, the research says that we just make ourselves extra miserable. It takes just as much effort to focus on what's wrong and to focus on what's making us upset and mad as it does to focus on the joy and to focus on what can make us happy. So in order to release regret after too many drinks or too much food or not exercising for a month or whatever regret of the way you showed up with someone that you wish you'd shown up differently, is the following. I'm going to give you an acronym, and you're going to learn how to wash away all regrets from this day forward. So write this down. You're literally going to stop, take a deep breath. You're going to observe the situation, whatever it is you are regretting. And here's the trick. You're going to accept it. It's done. It's over with. You licked the tiramisu plate. Thank you very much. Why in the world are you going to regret it if it's already done? So you're going to accept what's already happened, the facts at hand. And then, my friends, you're simply going to proceed on with life. You're going to proceed on with the dinner. You're going to remove those thoughts, right? So you're going to stop, observe, accept, and proceed. What? I just spelled soap. We're going to wash our hands of it. You're going to take the soap out every time. And that is how you're going to remove the regret from your life. And when we reflect on that hand washing, that soap, when we're getting rid of the regret, if we want to change and proceed in a different manner next time, we now have the facts that we need to do so differently next time around. Stop, observe, accept, and proceed with life. It takes just as much effort to be miserable as it does to be happy and satisfied. So I hope this helps you guys. Happy Sunday. Happy spring. Maybe next time we'll be wearing a short sleeve shirt and enjoy some sunshine. Cheers. Life by Design. I love mine, and you can too. I'll talk to you guys later.